Clay, and I would like to make a leather planner. Thing is, I don't usually work with leather. I usually fail to make things out of wood, or clay, or styrofoam. Failing to make things out of leather is new. So to catch you up, I want to dye some leather maroon. The dye came with this handy wool ball thing, which the people on the internet dipped into the dye and then swept onto their leather to come out with a nice even color. You know where this is going, right? When I sweep my wool ball thing, I get this. This is not pretty or even or remotely usable for my future planner purposes. And you're probably thinking, maybe you're doing it wrong, which yeah, I probably am, but I've done it 15 different ways and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's all bad. I give up. You know, what I really want to do is dip my leather into the dye, but there are actually a bunch of reasons why that's not a great idea. Like, first off, I don't actually have that much dye. This little thing cost me 10 bucks and it took a week to get here, and it's all I've got. And I don't want to wait another week, so I gotta make this last. Secondly, if I dip it, it's gonna be super dark, and I kind of want a lighter version of this shade. I actually don't know if that's possible. This leather dyeing thing might be dark or bust, but we're gonna try. Finally, this.
Big point though. The only reason I can do this is I'm using the Pro Dye. This is an oil-based dye stuff, alcohol carrier, but that makes all the difference in the world.
Now, I'm pretty sure this is an alcohol-based dye since it dissolves in denatured alcohol. But he never says why I shouldn't use it, so... But really, it's probably because it'll run if it gets wet. I'll deal. It's a planner. Also, leather people, if that's not the reason why, please tell me in the comments. Like, I actually have no idea. That's just my guess. So I'm thinking I'm gonna thin the dye a little bit with denatured alcohol to make it go a little bit further. Also because I want a lighter color. 2 mice with 1 mousetrap over here. Actually, I have a bunch of pieces that are large enough since things are definitely gonna go wrong. This one's a little too thin, so I'm gonna try it first. It actually looks pretty good. Color me shocked. Will the real piece look this good? LOL. No. Can I save it? Also no. I think I need another method. Okay, so I found this method where you dip a large sponge in some dye and then you rub it on the leather. I have a bit more hope for this than the wool ball thing since the sponge is like big enough that you can do the whole thing in one swipe. Thing is, I don't have any sponges that are large enough. I thought I had a grout sponge around, but apparently not. So with that, I would like to introduce the MVP of the project, this random piece of foam I found in the garage. It is going to act as my makeshift sponge, and it would appreciate it if you hit the like button below in its honor. As would I, because these videos take a ton of work to make, and it would help me out a lot. So thanks. And it looks good enough, totally usable. I don't know if this would be my go-to method in the future. I think the dip dyed method is probably better if you have the right dye and plenty of it, but the sponge method wasn't a total fail, which is generally the best I can hope for. As for my planner, I'm going to use the 2 less impressive pieces to practice on in the next portion. When that video posts, I will link to it right here. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.